would give him and his girlfriend a little extra peace of mind.
I bought this about a little over a month and a half ago. Didn't know how quickly things would devolve. I mean, people were fighting over toilet paper and things like that. So I was like, well, if anyone wants to try and come in and take things from myself or my girlfriend, just wanted to make sure I had some way of protecting us.
John already had one handgun, but after looking online, spent $450 buying his new shotgun for self-defense, just in case.
Because some people, particularly I should say in the UK, would listen to this and think, wow, okay, even if people are arguing about toilet roll.
One of the reasons, there are other people out there with guns, and those people can come at you. You just never know. I mean, the word pandemic, I think, just kind of makes people scared.
He wasn't alone. In a country where the right to bear arms is ingrained in the psyche, thousands of Americans took one look at COVID-19 and did exactly the same.
It may be hard to believe, but the coronavirus has made Americans want to arm themselves even more than usual. Fear of the unknown and an uncertainty about what could happen has led to sales in stores like this to skyrocket during March and would have been even higher in April had there not been a run on guns and ammunition the month before.
Philip Van Cleve is chairman of the Virginia Citizens Defense League. He says with police distracted by the virus or sick, not defending yourself isn't an option.
Why on earth would COVID make anyone think, right, okay, I've got to go out and buy a gun?
There could be potential food shortages.
Well, still why?
Because people have rioted over food shortages. People have been, violent things can happen. You take away people's food and the thin veneer of society can disappear. I don't care what country you're in.
But still, then why would you need a gun?
To protect yourself. I mean, if somebody...
in the stampede for food?
Well, it may not be a stampede. It could be somebody breaking into your house to get food. You have a right to protect yourself under American law. A handgun is probably the best way to be able to do that.
As the coronavirus took hold, the number of mandatory background checks for new buyers was up 75% in March, just in Virginia, compared to the year before, the highest monthly volume since records began 3 decades ago.
The gun crime is huge, and some people would argue that's because you can buy and use a gun at your will.
I don't know that I would call it huge. What do you the odds of being shot in America, an average person, you getting hit by lightning would be much more probable.
45 minutes up the rail track and the little town of Beaver Dam, where even this tiny gun store has seen its sales increase 5-fold thanks to COVID-19.
Self-defense types of handguns, things that can be carried concealed, and home defense shotguns have been the biggest sellers. Gadsden guns.
Gun shops have been deemed essential during the pandemic, and owner Pat Webb says locals here have felt the need to be locked and loaded.
They might need a ventilator, they might need to be closer to a hospital. Why would they need a gun?
For one thing, a lot of the jurisdictions are releasing criminals so that they're not in jail passing the virus around. Out here in this rural environment, it can take 20 minutes for the sheriff's deputies to show up in the best of times. So you are literally on your own. If somebody attacks you, you are your own first line of defense.
And there's this fear that COVID just heightens all those anxieties.
Once your house catches on fire, it's too late to go out and buy a fire extinguisher. Same concept with owning a firearm for self-defense. Once you're attacked, it's too late to go and buy something to defend yourself with.
If you line up your sights and then close your right eye.
Paul Barnes felt that way. Now he's being trained to use his new pistol via Zoom. Even in the upmarket San Francisco Bay Area, he says a nagging fear that rising unemployment could lead to violence on the streets made him buy not just a handgun, but a rifle too.
I don't want to be at the mercy of somebody who needs money and is holding me hostage. Knowing that I've increased my chances of protecting my family truly helps me sleep at night.
Back in Virginia, John says he's aware his shotgun is probably overkill,
Maybe a little ridiculous, this model.
but says he just feels safer knowing it's there.
People's reactions to the pandemic. I thought that people might overreact and bad things might happen.
Bad things might happen. A paranoia that's driven sales of guns and gun crime in this country for decades. Even now, when the new enemy to be feared is an invisible virus.
All right, as y'all see, it's something right out of a movie scene. And that's one of the title of the lesson. But first and foremost, I want to give all praises unto Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakar Kadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders who are at Millstone. Shalom to you brothers pushing this truth all over the earth. And I just want to touch on this real quick. As you've seen the little 5-minute video of how gun sales and skyrocketed due to this COVID-19. I'm going to say this now, not saying if you have a weapon you're wicked or you're going off or anything. Not the case at all. But we also have to keep in mind that your weapon is not going to deliver you, man. Having a weapon, having a gun, an AR, rocket launcher, whatever the case, man, is not going to deliver you. Not at all. You can have all the weapons and the guns so you can buy out the gun store, stock up on food, do all these other things. That's not going to save you, man. Them doomsday prepper Israelites don't even do that. You're not even supposed to be doing that. You're not even supposed to be doing that. They're showing that you don't have faith, man. Because let's say you do stock up on guns, and let's say you stock up on food. Let's say you have 5 months worth of food and water stocked up, and you have weapons. Anything can happen. The Most High can put any situation on you to get you even away from any of that, man. Here it is. You sleep. You sleep. Next, thing you know, troops throwing in smoke gas through your window when you sleep, busting in through your door, instantly swarming through your house, and they get you, man. So all that guns and food that you had stored up is now theirs, man. And then you going off to a camp. You doing all that is not going to do anything, man. Because you have to understand the Most High is going to deliver you out of situations. The Most High is going to put you in situations. The Most High is going to get you out of situations. The Most High is going to have you make sure you eat and make sure you get water. Make sure you're protected. Make sure you're safe from harm and evil. The Most High is going to do this stuff, man. You're not going to be able to deliver your own self. So it doesn't matter how much food and water you store for guns. It does not matter, man. So doing that is just showing you have a lack of faith. But as you've seen in the what do you call it? The news report, the news article, how stuff was skyrocketing. And normally when you watch movies, hold on, Salakia. Give me a second. I gotta get my phone charger. When you see movies,
Shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel.
All right, when you see movies and these TV shows or whatever the case, like Purge, for example, what always happens, man? Something is going on in the world that's making everybody start to panic a little bit, start to store up on stuff, get food, weapons and stuff. And then what happens after that, shortly after in the movie? Oh, destruction starts to happen. Hell breaks forth. And what do you think is going to happen here, man? What do you think is going to happen here? Why do you think everybody's buying weapons, man? Why do you think people are storing up on food and water, learning how to fight and shoot weapons and do all this other stuff, man? What do you think these people are doing? They're not doing it just for no reason. They're doing it because they know something is coming. And they're trying to be prepared for that something to be coming. And what's coming to this place? Famine, race wars, rioting, looting, all types of stuff, man, is coming to this place. And that's what these people are doing. They're getting ready. They're getting ready for that to happen. They're being prepared for that stuff to happen. And what do you think is going to happen to these 2/3 out here that's lollygagging and doing what they want to do and just partying and still doing all this other stuff, man? They're going to get caught in all that. Because that's what they're worried about right now. They're worried about what's the next party at, what's the bottle we gonna pop. We can't wait to go to the beach when it opens back up. We can't wait to do this, do that. Can't wait to go back to the mall and do all the other stuff, man. That's what they're focused on. And they're gonna get caught up in all that destruction and all that other stuff. They're gonna get caught in that. So the stuff that's coming is like right after a movie scene. Just like when you watch these movies, when people get to ride in. First it starts off with a riot, and then there's no food, then the restaurants don't open up, then all the food is going out the grocery stores and all the other stuff. What happens after that? Once all the food, you can't go to Wendy's and McDonald's, Burger King, you can't go to that. You can't go to your Walmarts or your whatever the case, grocery stores, all the food is gone. What is the next step, man? What is the next step to happen in society when that stuff happens? You go to breaking in people's houses and you getting their food because you have a family and you have kids, or you want to feed yourself or your woman or whatever the case may be. That's the next step that's happening, man. The courses of the action, because there's not going to be no law, man. He's not going to be able to call the cops, somebody breaking your house. You know why? Because the cops, the Edomite police or the Jakes, whatever the case may be, they're going to be trying to defend themselves too, protect their family, and to get food and water for them. So you're not going to be able to call 911 in that day, man. You're not going to be able to call the fire department because your house is on fire. It's going to be nothing but complete lawlessness and anarchy out here. That's what it's going to be like. That's what it's going to be like. And if you're not protected by Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, what do you think is going to be happening? You're going to be caught out there, man. You're going to be in the middle of all that. You probably going to be out there with Jake holding his gun sideways, trying to hold off troop from coming into the neighborhood. Or they got tanks, nanobots, robots, drones, all types of stuff. But here it is, you got your little handgun trying to defeat Esau and his blessing, man. It's just not going to work. It's not going to work. And you look like an asshole just trying to do some shit like that. You're not supposed to be doing that, Jake. You're not supposed to be doing that. That's where faith is going to play a big part in what's getting ready to come in. A very, very big part. Because we're not going to be able to eat. Unless you have the mark of the beast, unless you have the chip in your hand. You have the faith that you're not going to take in that chip, and Most High is going to provide for you. Most High is going to find a way for you to get out of that situation, or get you food, or get you water in there, man. Faith is going to play a very, very big part in what's coming up, man. Faith is a very big part in this truth and this walking in this journey just alone. Faith is a very, very important thing, and like the scripture says, without faith, it is impossible to please Him. You have to have faith in this thing. You have to. Because you're not going to be able to lean on your own self in this time that's coming. You're not. You're going to have to trust in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. So let's get some scriptures, man. So that's what I wanted to show at the beginning, was that little that sales spike in weapons, because they know because something is coming. And just like movie scenes, I'm gonna say it again. When you see the movie scenes, what happens, man? They get on the news reports start happening about gun sales spiking and food shortages and all this other stuff. Then what happens after that, man? Then what happens after that? The destruction comes. And just right now, they saying stuff is starting to open back up little by little. But what happens? They say, we should be all good. We're coming to come out with a vaccine soon, shortly, in a couple months, all this other stuff. But what happened? What did the scripture say? When they should say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon it. So hold on, let me see something. I want to see. See if I can get one of these, because this is a big movie that plays about what's coming on. I want to see if I could, what happens. Let's see.
Announcing the commencement of the first purge.
About something going on in the
tonight allows people a release for all the hatred and violence that they keep up inside them.
This won't bring him back. It won't make you feel any better. Thank you.
It is a night that is defining our country.
Citizens, this will be a tradition we celebrate every year. Join the first purge.
Isaiah, come say bye.
Go do your thing, sis.
Always.
I'll see you tonight.
People are now calling this controversial experiment of legalized crime the purge.
Do not purge!
Do not purge!
You and Isaiah, just stay with me during the purge.
Oh, we're gonna be fine on our own.
We are here with Dr. May Updale. She came up with this experiment. Is the purge a political device?
It is a psychological one. If we want to save our country, we must release all our anger in one night.
Tonight, we'll see the good and evil in everyone.
This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the first purge.
Our neighborhood is under siege from a government who doesn't give a shit about any of us.
At the siren, all crime, including murder, will be legal for 12 hours.
There's a lot of good people out there who we're gonna have to protect.
All emergency services will be suspended.
We gotta be prepared for anything.
Your government thanks you for your participation.
Parties, you predicted a much higher level of participation.
Human nature does not obey the laws of politics. What the hell is going on?
They all ex-military. Something funky going down, D.
You're sending soldiers into the island disguised as citizens.
This country needs for this to work.
No one's coming to help us. After tonight, nothing will ever be the same again.
They forgot.
I ain't gonna play the full thing. I thought it was gonna be something that had like news reports about something being spiked or whatever the case, but you guys get what I'm saying with that. But you seen in the trailer. I know all the brothers out there probably didn't seen that movie, but that's exactly what it's gonna be like in the society, times 100 or whatever the case, man. It's gonna be way worse than what you just seen in that trailer. It's gonna be playing out in these streets, man. But it's gonna be just like that, man. And Esau makes these movies for a reason, man. Esau does not make the movies just to show you, oh, what if society would be like this, because we understand the nature of Esau, so we know they're not just making movies just like that for no reason. But let's get some scriptures, man. I'm doing enough rambling. 2 Esdras 15 and verse 15. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to enter into a city, and shall not be able, because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. And man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread, and for the great tribulation. That's what's gonna be happening in this time, man. You're not gonna be ready to say hi to your neighbor Tom. You've been knowing him for 15 years. You've been good friends since he moved into the neighborhood. Not gonna be able to go over there and talk to him, man. No, man. A man should have no pity upon their neighbor, man. That's why these people are getting weapons, man, because they know the times that are coming. It's like right out of a movie scene, man. You be seeing people breaking in people's houses, taking their food, shooting them, killing them, robbing them, and then take it to their house, man. Or go right to the next one, man, and stock up, so they can take it back to their hideout or wherever they dwelling place is, so they can have food and water for their family and for them for weeks and days upon a time. And then once they run out, what do you think's gonna happen? They're gonna do the same thing again, man. And why are people gonna be doing this? Let's get it. Because what? It says, verse 16, for there should be a sedition among men, and invading one another. They should not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power, man. It's not gonna be no laws, man. So what everybody's gonna do is gonna stand in their power, man. Because the cops not gonna be able to stop you. You're not gonna be able to call the military to help you. You're not gonna be able to call 911. Your baby's stuck in a tree, or your house is on fire. You need somebody to put out the fire, man. No. Imagine a society with complete lawlessness going on. You can just imagine what's gonna be going on, man. You can imagine, but you can only imagine so far, because what does the scripture says in Matthew? Let's get it. Matthew 24 and verse 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. And except those days be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. Why is it going to be like this? And how bad it's going to be? It's going to be so bad that it's going to be something that's never been seen in history, man. That's how bad it's going to be. We have to take time and soak in just that scripture itself, man. The time that we're going to be living in, the time that we're going to be experiencing is going to be nothing like it ever. Ever, man. It's going to top all the great plagues, all the world wars, all that, man. It's going to top that. And that's why the days have to be shortened. Because the elect won't even make it out of here. It'll be no flesh will be saved, man, unless those days were shortened. But for the elect's sake, the days are shortened. Which the days are already shortened. But we just have to live it out, man. That's how bad it's going. It's going to be a lot of bloodshed, a lot of death coming to this place, man. And these 2/3, look, man, you can't be concerned with the 2/3, man. The niggas, man, that want to be niggas in Babylon, you gotta let them be niggas in Babylon, man. You have to work out your own salvation with fear and trembling, man. Just let them do what they get. Hey, look, if you okay with being a nigga in Babylon, I'm okay with you being a nigga in Babylon, man. We don't have time. This is exactly why the Israelites that's concerned with trying to save the 2/3, man, a remnant is going to be saved, man. Not everybody. We don't have time to keep going back and forth trying to make people get the truth, which you can't do anyway. So what is the point of you going back and forth with them? What is the point of you constantly trying to break them down, constantly trying to show them what you're supposed to be doing, and trying to show them the scriptures and the truth and get them into that when they don't want to hear none of it? So you just let them go, man. Just let them go. But when the shit start happening, when shit hits the fan, that's when they gonna try to call you, try to hit you up. What you was talking about the book? What did it say? What we supposed to be doing at the time? And what was the name we was supposed to be calling on? No, can't help you, man. You didn't want to hear it. You didn't want to hear it then. I'm not gonna tell you now, man. Hey, go to them that sell and buy for yourselves, man. Because we already gave you the warning. We already told you what was coming. We told you destruction, famine, pestilence, race wars, and all this stuff was coming, but you didn't want to listen. But what happened, just like right out of a movie scene. Just like when people tell you something, like in movies when you watch, when people tell you something's coming or something's about to happen and people don't believe you and they keep going about their merry way and they don't believe you until it happens. Until it happens. Matthew 16 and verse 3. And in the morning it will be foul weather today, for the sky is red and lowering. O ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky, but can ye not discern the signs of the times? A wicked and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign, and there shall be no sign given unto it, but the sign of the prophet Jonas, and he left them and departed. So you people can tell out of scripture, you people can tell about the weather, you can tell the weather, but can you not see the times that we're living in? Do you understand why gun sales are spiking? Do you understand why people are stocking up on stuff? If you honestly think people, and just like they said in the news video, if you think people who are fighting and doing all this over hand sanitizer and toilet paper, which serves you no type of purpose whatsoever, what do you think people are going to do on food, bro? Food and water, something that you need. You have to have. What do you think people are going to do with that, man? Yeah, you got it right, man. These people are going to be fighting. They're going to be looting and all types of stuff. That's how you can easily tell the times that we're living in, man. You can easily tell. And people honestly, people in the world still think nothing's going on. How do you walk around seeing what's going on and still believe that nothing's coming or nothing's going on behind closed doors? These people are lost in the sauce, man. America has made you completely drunk if you honestly think nothing's going on, man. See, I'm talking to you, specifically you, Jake, you Israelites out there, man. How did y'all not see this? You know, because Esau knows what's going on. Esau's the ones that's stocking up weapons. Esau is the ones that's getting ammo. They're ready. They're ready for lawlessness. One, because they just hungry for blood mostly. They just want to kill Jake. They just want to kill you. They can't wait. They can deal with the food and water last. That's the times that we're living in, man. And you can see you can see race wars clearly happening, man. Because you know that hatred that the Esau has for us, just in general. But now, when lawlessness comes, now they can just do it freely. Yeah. It's gonna be real bad out here, man. It's gonna be real bad out here. And the last one I want to get to is this right here, because we're sending out the warning, man. We're sending out the warning. Ezekiel 3 and verse 17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word at my mouth, and give them warning from me. When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way, to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand. Yet, if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul. Again, when a righteous man doeth turn from his righteousness and commit iniquity, I lay a stumbling block before him. He shall die, because thou hast given him not warning. He shall die in his sin, and his righteousness which he hath done shall not be remembered, but his blood will I require at thine hand. Nevertheless, if thou warn the righteous man that the righteous sin not, and he doeth not sin, he shall surely live, because he is warned. Also thou hast delivered thy soul. So we have to warn these people. We have to let these people know what's coming. Because if we don't, they gonna die, and the blood's gonna be required at our hand. But if we tell these wicked people that destruction is coming, and they listen not, they're gonna die. But thou hast delivered our souls, man. So the blood's not gonna be required in our hands, because we told them what was coming, but they didn't listen. So you can clearly see the movies. I mean, not the movies, Slovakia. The news clips when you read about these gun sales being spiked and food shortages happening in places. You can just look around the other third world countries that's going on. They have to dig into garbage cans and other stuff they report on the news. You can clearly see where this road is headed, man. It's like right out of a movie scene. So with that, I want to close out. Hope the lesson was edifying. Destruction is coming, Israel, man. Destruction is coming. I'm going to start repenting and getting right, man. Because it's not going to be a very pretty thing to be seeing and living in. And it's also, it's not a joke, man. It's not a joke. It's nothing to be laughing about. It's not, he destruction coming on. We got to forever repent. Yeah, those Israelites, man, that we got forever to repent Israelites, man. Yeah, you let them go, man. You let them go. And you think you got time on time to keep playing around, to keep doing what you want to do, then get right. Nah. It's not gonna happen, man. But if y'all want to keep doing that, if y'all okay with it, then I'm okay with it. So with that, I'm closing out. Hope the lesson was edifying. We'll give all praises unto Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakagadash, and double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to you brothers pushing this truth all over the earth. And the shalom to you all for elect. And I'll catch you guys in another lesson. Shalom.